Hi everyone, this is Julia Strauss, Rivers class of 2015, and today I'll be explaining an iPad app called Reminders. Reminders is a great app. It's a great way to organize yourself throughout the year, and all of your reminders that you create through this app will sync between any other Apple devices you have. So if you have an iPhone or a MacBook, you can view all of your reminders on there as well without having to put them in a bunch of different times. So it's very helpful, definitely, but even if you don't have those other devices, you can definitely still use it on your school iPad. So I'll open up Reminders and show you how it works. With my reminders, I like to create a bunch of different lists, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So I have a list of bassoon things I need to do. I did a lot of bassoon and classical music while I was at Rivers. So for example, I have a lesson at 10 o'clock, and I can mark that as completed, or I can set it up for a specific time, which is what I did here. And I wrote myself a note of where my lesson was going to be. So you can also add notes in your reminders, which I'll show you how to do. I also have a list for the Pen Pal Club, which was a club I ran while at Rivers, and one reminder that I put in here was when and where the club is meeting. So I said it's meeting Tuesday BMod, and just in case I forget, I can always open up my reminders and check. So it's a great way to put like a personal note if you're going to forget about something. I also have a Rivers tab, which is where I put worksheets and things I need to finish, and I have a tutorials list, which is the tutorials I need to finish for my senior project. So I'll show you how to create a new list. In the bottom left of the screen, you should see a button that says Add List, and if you click on that, you can set up a new list. Let's say I needed a new list for meetings I was going to make with teachers. I can call it Meetings, and I'll have it be red for Rivers, and then I can click Done. So once you shut off your iPad app and turn it back on again, the list should show up right away. On some newer devices, it probably will show up right away. My iPad's a little bit older, but it should show up, and then you can add new reminders. But I'll show you how to add a reminder in a list that I already have. So say in my Rivers list, I have a new math worksheet. To add a new reminder, you just click below your previous reminders. Let's say this is an algebra worksheet. I can just type that in. And then you can click Return. And that'll set up a new reminder. So it's all set, and this will sync between all of your Apple devices if you enable iCloud device syncing. So now if I click on that reminder, I can edit it a little bit. By clicking the little I at the end of the line, I can add more information. So on 3G models and on iPhones, you can add Remind Me at a place, which will enable a geofence around a specific location. So basically what that means is, say you wanted to remember to drop off your worksheet when you get to Rivers, you could put 333 Winter Street as your location, and then when you drive into campus in the morning, it'll let you know, and the reminder will pop up on your screen. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with the Wi-Fi only iPads, so you might not be able to do that, but you'll definitely be able to use that if you have a 3G iPad or an iPhone. What you definitely can do, though, is remind me on a day, so I'll show you how to do that here. So that's how you can set up a timed reminder. So let's say my algebra worksheet is due tomorrow at 10 a.m. I can set my alarm for Thursday, June 4th at 10 o'clock a.m. And what I actually like to do is set my reminders for 10 minutes before everything is due. That way I know I have a little bit of time to get over and deliver it, so I'll set this for 9:50. And now if I click Done, this reminder should show up and it says tomorrow at 10:50. Now, one really important thing on the Reminders app is the Scheduled tab. It's in the middle of the left-hand side. And this consolidates all of your reminders from all your different lists. So if I go to Scheduled, now it tells me tomorrow at 9:50 I have my algebra worksheet, but I also have my meetings to the members, the email to the members from my Pen Pal Club. So I can see everything I have for tomorrow just in one list. One other really nice thing you can do that I mentioned is you can add a note to a reminder. So say I want to add a note to my algebra worksheet reminder, I click the Info button, and then below I can write notes. So let's say I wanted to remember to give it to Miss Fraser. I can add that in my note, and then it'll add it to the reminder automatically. And again, this will sync between all of your devices. One other really interesting feature that Reminders has is a custom reminder. So let's say I don't only have a reminder for an algebra worksheet tomorrow, but I also have one every single week. What I can do is click the Info button, and under Alarm it says Repeat. Now it's originally set on Never because it's a one-time reminder, but say it's a weekly reminder, you can click every week, and then if you click Done, it'll say that your reminder is due tomorrow at 9:50 a.m. Let's say I turn it in early. If I mark it completed and go to another list and then come back, it's now reset for the next week, so now I have another worksheet due on the 11th. So say you have a weekly meeting with a teacher or something like that, this is a great way to remember every single week that you have that meeting to go to. And that's pretty much it. I hope that was helpful.